Let's start. Hello students. Today our topic is solar system, celestial objects and satellite. Yes, when we hear about our today's topic, solar system, celestial objects and satellite, it is something related with Earth, Moon, Sun, Star, space. Yes, it is related to this. So let's begin with our first topic, celestial objects. So, what celestial objects are? Have you ever watched sky during night? Yeah, many of you oftenly have watched night sky. So, what you see during the night time at the sky? Some shining, twinkling, various multiple number of stars in the sky. Yes, we observe that. And sometimes we see moon also. In the night, we observe various tiny twinkling dots of light, which are known as stars, as we know, and also we can see moon in the night, which is brightest shining object in the night sky. But what about daytime? During daytime, we only see sun in the sky. Yes, sun is also a star, which is nearest to Earth. So, in all, at the night time, we see stars and moon, and at the daytime, we see sun. In total, this all is called as celestial objects. All these objects present in the sky are known as celestial objects. Means at the night time we see stars, moons, planets, that, and at the daytime we see sun. Together they are called as celestial objects. So celestial objects are defined as any natural body outside of the earth atmosphere. Means whatever there is outside of the earth atmosphere is called as celestial objects. For example, satellite, asteroid, meteors, sun, moon, various planet, variety of the star, everything, everything outside Earth's atmosphere is known as celestial objects. Yes, when we say about stars and planets, we strike out our solar system. So let's understand what our solar system is. Before that, take a look of celestial objects. So, celestial in this figure, in this image, other than the earth, whatever present outside the earth atmosphere, everything is known as celestial object. It might be spaceship, it might be satellite, it might be planet, it might be star, it might be asteroid, it might be meteor, it might be sun. Everything outside the earth's atmosphere is known as celestial objects. So, once you understand what the celestial objects, let's move on to the next solar system. Solar system. We all know that we are in the solar system where sun is at the center of our solar system. So many but not all stars have planets revolving around them. Those planets orbiting the stars from planetary system of that star. So in our solar system, the star is Sun, which is at the center, and eight planets revolve around the Sun. Our solar system is collection of eight planets and their moons in the orbit around the Sun together with smaller bodies in the form of asteroids, meteoroids, and comets, complete our solar system. In short, our solar system consists of one star, that is Sun, at the center and eight planets around the Sun. Which are the planets? The planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Having looked to our solar system, this is how our solar system looks. The bright shining sun at the center, then closest to the sun is Mercury, after Mercury Venus, after Venus Earth, after Earth Mars, after Earth there is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Here are some belt of the asteroid. That asteroid belt is in between Mars and Jupiter. Again, beyond Neptune, there is one more planet which is called as Pluto, and that Pluto is also part of our solar system. So, our solar system consists of shining stars, Sun, 8 planets with their moons revolving around the Sun, asteroid belt, Pluto, comet, and meteors. Before I mentioned moon, Earth's moon, what actually moon means. So, let's understand what moon is. So, moon is basically a satellite. Then, what is satellite? So, a satellite is an object in a space that orbits around or circle around bigger object. Means a smaller object revolve around a bigger object is called as satellite. So there are two types of satellite. As you can see in the image, there are two types of satellite. One is natural satellite and one is artificial satellite. We will go in a brief of natural satellite as well as artificial satellite. So let's understand what natural satellite is. So natural satellite. Celestial objects orbiting the planets are known as natural satellites. So, natural satellites are celestial objects revolving around the planet is known as natural satellite. In our solar system, except Mercury and Venus, all other planets in our solar system have their own satellites, own natural satellites. Natural satellites are also known as moon of the planet. In our day-to-day language, we call Earth's natural satellite as moon. You have observed white, big object in the sky that it shine during the night time is known as moon. The moon is natural satellite of our Earth. Likewise, other all planets except Mercury and Venus, every planet have their own moon, means they have their own natural satellite. Let's move on to what artificial satellite is. By the name, artificial means something man-made. Yes. So, artificial satellites are human-built objects orbiting the Earth and other planets in our solar system. This is different from the natural satellite or moons. So basically, artificial satellites are the satellites which are built by the humans for human purpose. Then, what was the purpose of artificial satellites? In our day-to-day life, many of the purposes of artificial satellites. Artificial satellites are way too useful for we human. So, artificial satellite used to study the Earth and other planets. Also, these satellites are used for communication and even observe the distant universe. Humans are always curious about to know about more about the space, what's happening in the space, which other planets are there, which other galaxies are there, which stars are there. So, to knowing this and finding the question of all these questions, we use the satellite. Satellite help us to find the many more curious things in the universe because satellite can observe the distant universe, it can study the planets. So man-made satellites are very useful. Also, these satellites are used in our day-to-day life also. We will see what the use of satellite is in their day-to-day life. Before that, satellite can even have people in them, like the International Space Station and space shuttles. Some satellites carry the people with them in this space, like the International Space Station or space shuttle or space shuttles. So when we see satellites are useful for us, then we see practical application of artificial satellites. Artificial satellites are used for communication, GPS, weather forecasting, and etc. Let's see the brief what actually it means. Communication. The geostationary satellites are used for communication purpose like long distance telephone calls, telex, radio and TV broadcast. Whatever we see in the TV or whatever we call on the mobile or radio, that is due to the help of artificial satellite. Thus, the satellite used for communication is called as communication satellite. Now, second one is GPS. GPS is Global Positioning System. Sorry. GPS is a satellite navigation system used to determine the ground position of any object. Means by the using of satellite, we can locate any object on the ground. We can find any object on the ground position using the satellites. Today, GPS receivers are including many commercial products such as automobile, smartphone, exercise watches. We have seen the Google Maps also. Google Maps also is one kind of the GPS which work by the help of artificial satellite. Weather forecasting. Next one is artificial satellites are used for weather forecasting. This is done by monitoring various climate factors such as air pressure, air temperature, and humidity. By studying these factors like air pressure, air temperature, and air humidity, we can forecast the weather beforehand. So this is useful for us to manage any if any disaster is going to happen, if any hurricane is coming or any tsunami is coming, then we can know it beforehand. So we can manage them. So artificial satellites are very useful in our day-to-day life. So in this session, we have seen our solar system, celestial objects and satellites. So solar system and celestial objects. What are the celestial objects? Objects which are outer of the Earth's atmosphere like meteors, asteroids, galaxies, planets, stars and satellites. Then now comes our solar system. Our solar system has one shining star called as Sun and eight other planets revolving around the Sun with their moons. Again, moon is the satellite. So, satellite is the object which is rotating around the object bigger than it. Again, satellite is divided in two parts, artificial satellite and natural satellites. Artificial satellites are very useful for us in our day-to-day life for navigation, science, space exploration, weather climate. This is the use of satellites. I hope you understand this. Thank you.